Very good morning, all of you. So, in the last class, we have discussed what is a spectrum, and next, what is a continuous spectrum, and what is a discontinuous spectrum. Next, what is it? Absorption spectrum, emission spectrum, line spectrum, band spectrum, and next another one. Next, hydrogen splitting off that. If you see, observe that different lines, you can see that atomic spectra of hydrogen. Is it clear? So these things we have discussed in the last class. Now we are discussing one more important concept from the structure of atom, that is Bohr's atomic model. So to overcome the drawbacks in the Rutherford's atomic model, Bohr tried to explain the existence of electrons and radius of the orbit, energy. So in few cases he tried to explain the structure of atom. So first come to the Bohr's atomic model. This model is based upon the quantum theory of radiation. What is it? Quantum theory of radiation of electron which revolves around the nucleus. Is it clear? And what are the important points of the Bohr's atomic model? So, when electron revolves in a circular orbits around the nucleus, when electrons revolves in a circular paths around the nucleus, they are called as orbits or shells. Is that when electron revolves around the nucleus in a circular path, that path he considered as orbit. So he given that in value orbits that is equal to n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 or KLMN. So he has given the notations like KLMN or 1, 2, 3, 4. So next one, when electrons revolves in a particular orbit, the angular momentum, what is it? The angular momentum is an integral multiple of h by 2 pi. The angular momentum is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. That is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So when electron revolves in a particular orbit, the angular momentum. So what is the angular momentum? Angular momentum is a product of moment of inertia and angular velocity. What is that? Angular momentum is a product of moment of inertia and angular velocity, that is MER square, mass of the electron, R square into V by R, angular velocity. The product of moment of inertia and angular velocity, that is called angular momentum. So the angular momentum of electron when revolves in a particular orbit, that is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. That is a mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Mass of the electron m, velocity of the electron, r is the radius of the orbit, n is the shell, first shell or second shell or third shell, h is the Planck's constant by 2 pi. Is it clear? So this is a electron revolves around the nucleus in a particular orbit. The angular momentum is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. That is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Angular momentum is the product of moment of inertia and angular velocity. And next, when electron revolves in a particular orbit, it neither lose the energy nor gain the energy. Neither lose the energy nor gain the energy. That's why the orbits are said to be stationary orbits. Next, when electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit or higher orbit to lower orbit, that energy may be absorbed or emitted. When electron moves from lower energy level to higher energy level, it absorbs the energy. When electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, it emits the radiation. The energy is in the form of quanta. Is Is it clear? And next another one. The change in the energy either absorbed or emitted, that is E2 minus E1 is equal to delta E. E2 is the energy at higher orbit, E1 is the energy of the electron at lower orbit. Is it clear? So this becomes when electron jumps from lower to higher, it absorbs energy. When electron jumps from higher to lower, it emits energy. That energy released in the form of quanta. The change in the energy, that is E2 minus E1, energy of the electron at higher orbit, energy of the electron at lower orbit, that is equal to delta E. Now we see that expressions for radius and energy. Expressions for radius and energy. So radius of hydrogen atom. First we will see that. So consider the mass of electron is m. What is the mass of the electron is m. Charge minus e. Nuclear charge plus e. Radius r. What is that? Radius r. The tangent velocity. What is that? The tangent velocity. There is a v. So when electron revolves around the nucleus in circular path, they are called orbits. Now we are trying to finding the radius of the orbit. The mass of the electron m, charge of the electron plus c, minus c, charge of the nucleus plus c. The tangent velocity is v. So we see that when electron revolves around the nucleus, two types of forces we may observe. One is centripetal force, which attracts the pair of electrons towards nucleus, with the force which acts as an electron which pulls towards the nucleus. Another one, centrifugal force. So that energy directed away from the nuclear force. So centripetal, that force of attraction that attracts the electron towards itself. Centrifugal force which directs away from the nuclear force. So now understand this. Centripetal, that is a force which attracts towards the nucleus. Centripetal and centrifugal force which directs away from the nuclear force. So according to the Coulomb's law, electrostatic force of attraction between moving electron and nucleus. What is that? Electrostatic force of attraction between moving electron and nucleus is equal to minus e square by r square. Minus e square by r square. Is it clear? So the centrifugal force which is directs away from the nucleus, that is equal to minus mv square by r. So what they are saying, that electrostatic force of attraction, that simply you can say centripetal force, that is equal to minus e square by r square. When electron directed away from the nuclear force of attraction, that is centrifugal force, that is minus mv square by r square. According to the Coulomb's law, the both centrifugal forces and centripetal forces both are equal. Is it clear? So then only an atom will become stable. Is it clear? Suppose if centrifugal force is more, centripetal force is more. If anything is more, anything is less. So finally the atom will become unstable. So both centripetal force and centrifugal forces both are equal. So according to the Coulomb's law, centripetal force is equal to centrifugal force. So centripetal force, that is equal to minus e square by r square. Centrifugal force, that is equal to minus mv square by r square. Now we will try to find the radius of the orbit. So centripetal force minus e square by r square. E is the charge of the electron, r is the radius. So that is equal to minus mv square by r. Is it clear? So there is r, you can write, you can cancel these negative charges. Minus e square by r is equal to, you can cancel this one, so it will become plus e square by r is equal to plus mv square. This r square, this r will cancel. Now you know mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. Can I write? V is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. Now v square is equal to n square x square by 4 pi square n square, isn't it? So pi square n square r square. So the same value I am substituting here. Is it clear? Now finally the radius of the nth orbit is equal to n square x square by 4 pi square me square. So r is the radius of the orbit, n is the number of the shell, h is the Planck's constant, m is the mass of the electron, e is the charge of the electron. So what we can explain that when electron revolves around the nucleus, that is a stable. Why? Because the centripetal force that is equal to the centrifugal force. Is it clear? This is the radius of the hydrogen atom, that is Rn is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square me square. Okay, now you see the radius of the nth orbit Rn is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square me square. So it is h is a Planck's constant, that is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 n second. Then mass of the electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 28 grams. Next, charge of the electron 4.802 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESC. If we substitute all the values here, we will get the radius of the orbit. So what we have to substitute? Rn is equal to n square into h square, that is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 square is a 10 second by 4 into 4 pi square. Pi value is 3.14 square. Mass of the electron 9.10 into 10 to the power of minus 28 grams into e square, that is 4.802 into 10 to the power of minus 10 square. If you do this calculation, the radius of the orbit will get 0.529 into 10 to the power of minus 8 n square centimeters. It's very important. Radius of the nth orbit is equal to 0.529 into 10 to the power of minus 8 into n square centimeter. That is Rn is equal to 0.529 n square angstroms. So 0.529 angstroms, 0.0529 angstrom nanometers, 52.9 picometers. They are called as Bohr's radius. They are called as Bohr's radius. Next, similarly like hydrogen ions, what are the similarly? Single electron containing species He plus Li plus 2, like single electron containing species, then radius is equal to 0.529 into n square by z angstroms. That is 0.529 into n square by z angstroms. So z is equal to atomic number. What is that? Z is equal to atomic number. So by increasing the entire radius of the orbit is also increases. So this is the expression for radius of hydrogen atom, that is Rn is equal to n square x square by 4 pi square me square. So if you substitute all the values, that is 0.529 into 10 to the power minus 8 n square centimeters or 0.529 into n square angstroms. Now similarly hydrogen like ions He plus Li plus 2, that is radius 0.529 n square by z angstroms. That is z is a atomic number. Okay, now we see the energy of electron in hydrogen atom. So when electron is infinite distance, we consider that the energy of that particular electron that is equal to 0. When electron is at infinite distance, we will consider that energy is 0. Why? Because there is no force of attraction on that electron. When electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, So we know that when electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, that electron loses the energy and comes down. So infinite distance we consider as 0. At infinite distance we consider as 0. Yes or no? So when electron jumps from higher to lower, what will happen? Loses energy. So 0 to less than 0. Yes or no? So that is negative. And loses some energy. So that is also negative. So what we may consider? Finally, the energy in this case we consider as negative. But energy is not negative. But here why we are considering when electron at infinite distance, that energy is considered as 0. When electron jumps from higher to lower, it releases some amount of energy. That's why that energy of the electron we will consider here negative sign. Come to the point. Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So now come to the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, what is it? Half mv square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. m is the mass of the electron, v is the velocity. Yes or no? Next come to the mv square is equal to, we can write e square by 2r. What is it? Not mv square. Half mv square we can write e square by 2r. So how can we write the e square by 2r? We know that in the last, what is that? Centripetal force is equal to centrifugal force. Yes or no? Centripetal force is equal to centrifugal force. Centripetal force, what is it? Minus e square by r square. Centrifugal force minus mv square by r. We will do this one. We will get this one. Mv square is equal to e square by r. We have done this one. Just cross it. So half mv square is equal to half e square by r. That is the kinetic energy. Now potential energy is a twice of the kinetic energy. Potential energy is the twice of the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is always positive. Potential energy is negative. Is it clear? Kinetic energy is positive. Potential energy is negative. Now come to the point. Total energy is negative. Kinetic energy is positive. Both have same magnitude. Sir, how can we explain this one? So look at here. Total energy of the nth orbit is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Yes or no? Yes or no? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy what? E square by 2r. Potential energy is the negative side. So that's why I am taking the minus. E square by r. Suppose if you multiply with 2 cancel here. So what will get? E square by r or e square by r. I think all of you will understand clearly. So half mv square is equal to half e square by 2r. So e square by 2r. So when energy En is equal to, what will happen now? Minus e square by 2r. 2r if you take common, then it will become minus e square by r. So if you see that minus e square by r, next term e square by 2r, kinetic energy e square by 2r. So that's what we are saying. Total energy is negative. Yes or no? Total energy is negative. And next, kinetic energy is positive. Both have same magnitude. So energy En is equal to minus e square by 2r. So total energy is equal to minus kinetic energy. Yes or no? Yes or no? So both have same magnitude. Total energy and kinetic energy both are having the same magnitude. So now we can see that what we are getting, En is equal to minus e square by 2r. I think all of you understood that total energy is equal to minus kinetic energy. So both are having the same magnitude. This is e square by 2r. This is also minus e square by 2r. Now En is equal to minus e square by 2r. Radius of the orbit. R is equal to n square x square by R is equal to n square x square by 4 pi square me square. Yes or no? 4 pi square me square. Substitute the value R. We will get the En is equal to minus n square 4 pi square me square by n square x square 2. So now if you cancel that 2, then finally what we are getting? En is equal to minus 2 pi square m is 4 n square x square. I am saying once again, En is equal to minus 2 pi square me4 n square h square. So these are our constant, minus 2 pi square m, mass of the electron, charge of the electron, Planck's constant. So that's why we are taking the k. En is equal to minus k by n square. Now come to the point. Energy of electron in the hydrogen atom. When electron is very far away or infinite distance, we will consider as 0. When electron comes from higher energy level to lower energy level, it loses the energy. So 0 to will consider the negative. Now, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square is equal to e square by 2r. So how we are getting, then we will check this one. Next, potential energy is at twice of the kinetic energy. Potential energy is always negative. Kinetic energy is always positive. So total energy is negative. Kinetic energy is positive. Both are same magnitude. Next, En is equal to e square by 2r minus e square by r. So substitute the value, we get that minus e square by r. Total energy is equal to minus ke. Now, En, if you substitute the value, we are getting that minus 2 pi square me4 by n square h square. Now we will see that energy of the electron in hydrogen atom and hydrogen similar like atoms. So En is equal to minus 2 pi square me4 by n square by h square. So energy in the nth per atom is 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 11 z square by n square. Nth per atom 2.18 minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 11 z square by n square. Nth per atom, this is height, z is the atomic number here. Next, energy in joule per atom minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 z square by n square joule per atom in electron volts. En is equal to minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volt per atom. En is equal to minus 1312 into z square by n square kilojoule per mole. En is equal to minus 313.6 into z square by n square kilocalorie per mole. Is it clear? So these are the few very important values with different units of energy.